Hola, hola, hola. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Once again, welcome to another episode of Mujer De Éxito Unbounded. Right now, you are watching me live on the Coach MartiAngel YouTube channel, or you're listening to me on the audio where you listen to your favorite podcast. Yo soy MartiAngel, your host, MartiAngel, for the Mujer De Éxito Unbounded podcast. Let me turn up my volume here for those of you that are watching me. You can always come here to watch. Now, let me explain something, because I actually had somebody come to me and ask me why I don't edit completely out all my ums and everything else. And that's because I wanted this podcast to be raw and real. I'll put a little music at the front and a little music and maybe something else at the end. But throughout the middle of this is really me speaking from the heart. This is not about, being perfect so that you can't hear me, as my mom would say, smack my teeth, like that. My mom would say, don't do that, no hagas eso, right? But this is a podcast where we speak English, sometimes we speak Spanish, and sometimes we speak Spanglish. It's a bilingual podcast for all of you beautiful mujerpreneurs, BIPOC, Latina mujerpreneurs, where you can actually begin to gain clarity on how to drive business and also to learn about multiple streams of income. I am all about multiple streams of income. I am totally all about that. But what happens is that I haven't really been touching on it. So my commitment to you is to actually begin to share some more of my streams of income. But let me give you a little bit of background on why I think that I am qualified to speak to you about technology. First of all, I was a business major. My undergrad degree was in business, marketing and management, which back in the day, they used to put those two together. Would you believe that? They used to put those two together. Crazy, locura. And when I became a teacher, because I got my master's degree in educational administration and the other one in nutrition, that's for another story. The other thing is that with all of that, I became a technology teacher, a technology mentor teacher, a technology assistant principal, and then I was known as the tech principal. So I have been involved in tech for a very, very long time. And in the colleges I was teaching technology, I actually created a course for the junior college I was working on becoming a bilingual content creator, marketing manager, social media manager. But anyway, today I am going to actually cover. Lo que voy a hacer ahora es platicar de how to navigate the digital world so that you can take your business to the next level. And that's important. Now, why do you keep coming back to the Mujer De Éxito Unbounded is because also, along with all the tips, there are stories from mujerpreneurs, from real live mujerpreneurs that get vulnerable, get raw, get real, and they give you tips on how to make it. That's tips on how to rock your 6 figures, because you deserve it, because you are worthy, because, amigas chulas, I don't want you to hide anymore, right? So once again, let's go back. Soy MartiAngel, your guide on this and your host on this journey to rock your six figures. But today, like I said before, I am diving into a topic that many of us can relate: overcoming the fear of technology inside our business. Now, I know that technology can actually be and feel very intimidating, especialmente cuando piensas que sabes todo, pero luego de repente sale otra plataforma nueva. A new platform comes out and you're like, ooh, do I need that one? Or, ooh, is that for me? Especially if you are like me, a Gen X, a seasoned mujerpreneur, when it's not something you've grown up with, right? It's so important, but guess what? You don't have to be a tech genius to succeed in today's digital landscape. So let's talk about how you, mujer, can conquer the tech fears y puedes empezar a abrazar. You can start to embrace the tools that you need that will make your business thrive, especially now in this age of not just technology, that we are now walking into the age of AI. Artificial intelligence is everywhere. And if you're not using artificial intelligence, if you're not using ChatGPT, if you're not using Leonardo, if you're not using Canva, if you're not using all the tech AI that's out there that's going to enhance your productivity, and you don't know where to start, hit me up, babies. Hit me up, porque aquí estoy. I got it. I am, like my mother said, en todo estás menos en misa, right? All right. First things first, chicas, chulas, hermosas. Let's acknowledge that fear. That's what I want you to do. Acknowledge that you have that fear. Tienes que decir, sí, tengo ese miedo. Ese miedo de que no sé cuál es la plataforma necesaria. And it's okay to feel uncertain cuando te enfrentas con nuevas tecnologías. It's okay to feel uncertain. A lot of seasoned mujerpreneurs find themselves feeling overwhelmed, especially when they're expected to learn complex systems overnight and you know, all of a sudden be able to use it and be versed in it so that tomorrow it all comes together. But trust me, hermosas, it doesn't always work that way. I remember I used to be afraid of that. I remember the first time as a teacher, I got hired as a teacher, a bilingual teacher, to teach, to teach technology, to teach back in the day. I was teaching programming basic on an Apple IIe, all right? If you ever remember, where in the world is Carmen in San Diego, I was one of the first teachers out there to actually teach it. And I remember being flown all over the states, teaching other teachers how to teach this because I was a technology mentor. So, but, I digress. Pero aquí está la verdad. You are not alone. I was afraid. I was like, what? You want me to do what? Yeah. It was like the principal came and told me, Marty, you are a business major and you're going to be teaching technology. And you're not just going to teach it to the students, but you're going to teach it to the rest of the staff. And I was like, oh my goodness. Think about this. Imagine this. Let me paint a picture for your brain. I walk in. I'm fresh out of college. Walk into the school, walk into the teacher's lounge, and I see a sea of cotton top. That's what I call the people with gray hairs. A sea of them. And I walk in, and the principal announces that I'm going to be the one teaching them to be able to navigate their computers in their classrooms that were put there the summer before, and this was the first day of school. I was not well liked. There was no applause. There was no smiles. There was a lot of grumbling. That's all that went on. I got out of there as fast as I could. But from that day to this day today, let me tell you, I feel like, technology, bring it on, baby. You know, when ChatGPT came out, I was already giving, workshops to teachers on how to use ChatGPT in the classroom. Boom! And then I became a university certified ChatGPT prompt engineer. Right? So now I'm an ingeniera. But anyway, let's get back to you and your business. So aquí está la verdad. You're not alone. It's okay to take time to learn. And we're so afraid. Tenemos tanto miedo. We're so afraid to take time to learn because it's going to take time away from our business. And I'm here to tell you that if you don't take the time to learn something, how do you know what to hire somebody for, right? How do you know that they're doing it right? How do you know that what you've asked for is what you really need when you hire somebody, when you outsource, right? But technology is here to help you, not to scare you away. As my dad would say, you're always pushing buttons, siempre estás empujando botones, right? I was always pushing buttons, and to this day, I'm always pushing buttons. Have I messed up my computer? Yes. Have I done it more than once? Yes. Why? Because I keep pushing buttons to find out what things are and what things do, right? So let me tell you, one of the best ways to start is, to start overcoming this fear is by starting small. Empieza en pequeños pasos, right? Something small. No necesitas aprender todo al mismo tiempo. That's just not what you need as a mujerpreneur. You've got better things to do than try to learn everything all in one sit, right? And that's what it's so important that you realize that there is time to learn. You just have to choose it. Now, let's talk about Marti. Here's the question, Marti. Okay, so how do I know what to use? Well, if you were to ask me, I would walk into your business and I would say, okay, let me watch what you do. Explain to me what you do. Who are you trying to speak to? What platform are you using to reach your target audience? What is your goal? And what is your niche? Those are questions that I would walk in to ask you. And then I would say, okay, let's choose one tool or one platform that is essential for your business, and let's help you focus on mastering it. So, for example, if social media marketing is crucial for your brand, your business, then concentrate on understanding how to schedule posts or how to use hashtags effectively. Now, back in the day, you put 50 hashtags. Now 5 to 6 is enough, but they have to be very relevant hashtags. So hashtags are very much like keywords, right? So they are there as guideposts to guide people to what you're putting out in terms of your post, your social media, reels and all of that. So the next thing I'm going to say to you is break it down. Break it down into manageable tasks. Because so many people are like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what time. I don't know how many times. I don't know. I don't have time. It's all of those things. Muchachas, hermosas, chulas. Break it down into manageable tasks. Pedacitos chiquitos, ¿verdad? Mandaditos, como decía mi papá. Es un mandadito, right? Decía mi papá, es un mandadito. So break it down. This, I promise, when you start breaking the process down, it's going to feel like menos abrumador, less overwhelming, right? So that's important. But let's talk about now, the second thing I want to talk to you about is about support. You don't have to go through this journey solita. I te prometo, I promise, and I cannot explain to you how much that means, because MartiAngel does not make promises she can't keep. And now let me go and share that with my daughter the other day. It was so funny. My daughter the other day, she's like, listening to me, and her friend comes over and they're talking, and I say to her, okay, I promise if you do this, this will happen, right? I promise. It's not a threat, it's a promise, right? And so my daughter looks at her friend and says, you better listen, because my mom doesn't make promises she can't keep. I was like, I guess I've done a good job of showing that I make promises, but I don't make promises I can't keep. So muchos recursos disponibles. There are a lot of resources out there available for you to help you navigate el mundo digital, the digital world. For example, okay, so you're probably looking at me and going, like, if you're watching me on the Coach MartiAngel YouTube channel, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, hit that bell, so every time I go live, which is at least once a week, sometimes two, you will be notified, and then you can come and join me. So consider that. But now, getting back to what I'm going to share with you. One of the things that I find is extremely helpful and important is to consider joining an online community of like-minded mujerpreneurs. What I'm noticing is that a lot of communities now are not charging thousands of dollars anymore to be in that community. It's very affordable now to join a community. I belong to 3 communities, all of which are under $1,000 a month. $1,000 a year. So consider joining online communities of like-minded mujerpreneurs. Start attending workshops, or even hiring a tech coach. And here goes a shameless plug. How about joining my community, right? But anyway, hire a tech coach. Somebody that understands your needs, que entienda tus necesidades de tu negocio, of your business. Surrounding yourself with supportive individuals who can share similar challenges and make a world of difference. Here's another thing I want to share with you. Muy importante esta cosa. Be careful to choose somebody that's only a couple of steps ahead of you. I have spent countless amount of money hiring coaches, the Instagram expert and all these other coaches that are now so far ahead of me that they forgot what it's like to be in the trenches. So when I ask a question, they don't know how to answer, or better yet, they actually don't even answer. And that to me is sucky and disrespectful. So you will never get that from my community. So I promise, when you join my community, you are going to get me. You're not going to get a shit ton of videos. A shit ton of videos that it's going to take you all year to go through so that you don't have to ask me any questions. Just keep watching the videos. I hate those. So if you're considering joining the Rock Your Business Academy, which is my community, I would be thrilled to have you. Anyway, déjame decirte algo importantísimo. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Even the most tech-savvy individuals, which I consider myself to be pretty tech-savvy, okay? And I actually have my oldest daughter who is a extremely tech-savvy young lady. And she is actually right now getting her degree, finishing up her master's degree in cybersecurity. So, yes, tech-savvy individuals, even people like me, we mess up. Cometemos errores. And it's okay. If you're not willing to fail, then you're not willing to succeed. Si no estás dispuesta a cometer errores, entonces, mijita, no estás dispuesta a ser exitosa. So, instead of fearing errors, view them as opportunities para aprender. Remember, every successful entrepreneur started somewhere, and mistakes are part of the learning curve. That's the way it is. But you got to get out of bed and throw the covers off your head in order to come into the 21st century. I promise, the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become with technology. Así que no te preocupes tanto por los errores y sigue adelante. Don't get so caught up in what you think are screw-ups. Right? So here's another great tip that I think is important for you to remember. Keep it simple, silly. Keep it simple. Kiss. Keep it simple, silly. No necesitas complicar las cosas. You don't need to complicate things. Choose tech tools that are user-friendly and designed with simplicity in mind. Like one of my favorites is designed with simplicity in mind is Canva. I use Canva every single day. And I use Canva to create an extra stream of income. But that's for another podcast. I can teach you how to create an extra stream of income using Canva and ChatGPT. And those are the kinds of things that I teach you in the community, right? I'm such an educator. Been an educator for over 25 years, and no se me va a quitar. Sorry. Many platforms, though, offer tutorials. They offer customer support. Y hasta foros comunitarios, community forums where you can ask questions. But start with the basics. Start with the basics. Y poco a poco puedes explorar las cosas, cómo funcionan, para cómo avanzar tu negocio as you build your confianza and move forward. It's so important for you to be, confident about the technology that you're choosing. And it's okay to use it for a while, decide that, I'm not using it to the maximum benefit, so I'm going to stop paying for that. So now you can pull back and say, okay, I know what that one does. I'll save that for the future. And that's so important for you, to build your confidence and not be afraid to invest in technology and then divest, right? So you pull it out. También es importante recordar que no estás sola en este viaje. You are not alone on this technological journey inside your business. Support is key. Y hay una comunidad entera. There is a full community out there for you, the seasoned mujerpreneur that I have created, and I am so blessed to be a part of. Now, yes, I created it and I'm a part of it, just like you, facing the same challenges, whether it's through online forums, grupos de Facebook, or even virtual meetups. Connecting with others can actually provide the encouragement y el empujón you need to keep going. Sigue adelante. Keep going. It's so important that you keep going. No te des por vencida. Acuérdate, pide ayuda because juntas podemos más. A reminder real quick, if you're still with me, remember, if you're watching me on the Coach MartiAngel YouTube channel, hit that bell and subscribe, because that way I can impart this message to more mujerpreneurs. And if you're listening to me on the podcast, gracias. And remember to download the episode because it's important. That's how the metrics work for podcasts. Por último, chicas. Por último, it's important to stay updated. You know, that's the thing about technology. You have to be committed to stay on top of technology. Everything changes so quick. It's in a constant state of change. Está en un cambio constante, la tecnología. Y eso puede ser, you can get overwhelmed. But having a general awareness of what's available can help you make informed decisions sobre las herramientas que vas a integrar en tu negocio. Remember, technology está aquí forever. It's not going away. Technology está aquí para hacer tu vida más fácil. Technology is here to make your life easier, not more complicated. It is here to help you and your business succeed. Mujeres chulas hermosas, get a tech mentor. I'll be happy to help you. Shameless plug. So, hermosas, chulas, mujeres, mujerpreneurs, mujeres de éxito unbounded, because that's who you are. Remember that overcoming your fear of technology is not an overnight process. So it's not going to be something that you're going to sit down y mañana se te va a acabar el miedo, as my brother would say. Right? It's not an overnight process. It's something that takes practice. It's something that's going to take a daily dose of practice. Pero paciencia, patience, práctica y el apoyo correcto, puedes volverte más segura en tus habilidades tecnológicas. Patience, practice, and support will help you turn your fear of technology into an actual easy ability for you to move ahead. Remember, as I said before, technology is here to empower you, not to hold you back. Take it one step at a time, and soon enough, you'll find yourself navigating the digital world with confidence. Amigas, chulas hermosas, let me share something with you. If you made it this far, gracias. I am so incredibly grateful you made it this far. And if you're ready to take your tech skills to the next level, I have something special para ti. I have created a guidebook called Unlock the Digital World with Ageless Wisdom. It's a resource that I've created specifically for you, the MujerPreneur. It's designed to help you conquer your tech fears and embrace the digital tools that will take your business to the next level. Hermosas chulas, don't let technology hold you back any longer. Toma el primer paso. Take the first step toward becoming a tech-savvy mujerpreneur ahora, today. You can find all the details by following the link in the description. I have put together, one of my stores is the Stan store, but I have put together kind of like a toolbox for you. So if you're interested, make sure that you look in the description. If you're looking at me right now in the Coach MartiAngel YouTube channel, hola, it's down in the description and it will be in the show notes as well. So gracias, hermosas chulas, for joining me today. And remember that juntas podemos más. Until the next time, keep thriving, keep moving, no dejes de moverte. Sigue adelante paso a paso. Y mujeres chulas hermosas, this is MartiAngel, tu anfitriona de Mujer de Éxito Unbounded, saying gracias por estar aquí. Que tengan un bonito día. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Namaste.